Hey guys, and welcome back to G Can't Play. Got a classic strategy here for you today. The one we're going to test out today is 3-point molly. So this is a pretty classic strategy that I have seen pop up again recently. So I thought I'd give it a go myself. And the way it works is, as the name states, there are 3 points. So we're going to start with the pass line. I'm going to use $25 units for this one. So we start with the pass line. Once a point is established, we're then going to play 2 come bets, and that'll give us our 3 points. So we play a come bet, let's just say it lands on the 9, play another one, may land on the 6. Then we've got our 3 points. We've got the pass line for the point winner. We've got and our 2 come bets there. To increase the odds, we are going to play odds on them as well, and that just gives us more opportunity to win some money. The downside to this strategy is you're not really pressing your advantage at all when you're hitting numbers. You're just sort of going around in a bit of a circle. So it does really come down to the dice. And yeah, you're not maximizing your opportunities, but it's a pretty safe strategy, pretty classic strategy, and decent house edge for you. It's very close. So let's jump in and see how we go on. 10 shooters. And we're going to play maximum odds. So the max odds here are 3 times. Okay, so we're out on the 10. So we've got 25 here. So max odds 3 times, 25 is 75. And then we'll get the first come bet in. That's an 8. So that moves up to the 8. We're going to put odds on there. Once again, 3 times odds, 25 plays 75. And then we're going to try and get one more point. And I was about to say we obviously want to try and avoid the 7. We did recoup a little bit of money, $25 there. But as you can see, we lost 175 overall because we had $50 in bets and 150 in odds, and then we won that 50 back. So not a good first roll for us. As you can see, we're instantly down almost $200. You're going to want a big bankroll for this one, or obviously play at lower stakes. So that's not a bad one. We get paid here. We get a point out there. So the way this works is normally when you play odds, it's off while the puck is off. This one is always on because it is a contract, so you can't turn this one on and off. We're going to turn it on because if it hits, we want to win the money. On the downside, though, if a 7 did come, we would also lose that as well. So that's the opposite side to that. Let's get our odds on there. This could be a very quick game if we start hitting more 7s, but let's hope we don't. Odds on there. Okay, so we've got our 3 points. We've got the pass line, we've got the 8, we've got the 10. What we want to see is we want to see any of these numbers hit the 6, 8, or 10. We're in a pretty good spot because other than the 7, the 6 and the 8 are the most commonly rolled numbers. So that's nice. But obviously 7 is an option, and we found a hole there and hit the 9. But let's see if we can get one of these and make some of that money we lost back. 5, no, not playing ball at the moment. Yo 11, that does not help us. Just so you know, the come bet wins on the 7 and the 11, so if we had a come bet out there, we would have won. Same with the pass line while the puck is off. Loses on a 2, a 3, and a 12. There's a repeater 11. Let's see if we get one of these numbers. No, 7, another big loss for us. It's $300 down the drain. And let's go again. We might have to reload. $1,500 might not be enough. Oh, that's nice. A little bit, gained a little bit back from that. Pass line winner with that 11. Out on the 10. Obviously, it's a bit nicer for the point to be a 6 or an 8 on these inside numbers because, as I was saying, they do hit more often. Um, but it's okay being out there on the 10, and there you go. Not bad for us there. Another $175. So even though we did do that big loss, a couple of good rolls, and you can get right back into it. So you saw that 75 paid 150, so it does pay double. Okay, there's the 9, and lay some odds there. 76, I don't know why it's allowing me to go extra $1. Someone will know the reason there, but I don't. But we'll leave it as it is. 4, other side of the board. And another 7. Not going too well for us. We haven't been able to hit any of those numbers we've got up. Although we have had a couple of good ones. We've got a 175 there and a 115 there, but we lost 175, lost 300, lost 300. So definitely not working out for us at the moment. We're down almost $500. But here we go. We go. So let's do 76 again. I don't know if that's a glitch or what the deal is there, but we'll play that extra $1. Okay, 5 for our first point. Lovely, we got paid there. And as you can see, the way this system works is this comes down and pays, and this goes back up, but these ones are staying up there. So that was a 139 win there, very nice. We still want to get one more point because it's 3-point molly. Repeater 5, that's what we like to see, another big payday for us. And then 8 for our next point. So now what we want to see is we want to see a 5, an 8, or a 9. I'd love to see those a couple of times, recoup some of those losses. 4 doesn't help us. 10 on the outside there. 10 being the most popular number so far. 6 doesn't help us either, hard 6. Let's see, come on, 5, 8 or 9. Another 6. Let's go again, let's see an 8. No, another 10. So far, although we did hit the 5 a couple times, so I was about to say so far we haven't had much luck hitting our numbers, but we did get a couple of 5s. But the previous rolls we seem to be finding the holes. It'd be nice to get a couple more hits before that dreaded 7 comes along. And of course, you can look at bankroll management. If you hit it a few times, you can then bring your odds down so you don't lose them when that 7 does come. For instance, if I was to bring these down now, at one stage we're down to $1,000 in the rack now. We're at 1242. So yeah, you got to be mindful of your bankroll. Another 10, and where you're sitting. But obviously this is all play money, so we can be a bit riskier. There we go, the 9, that's what we want to see. I am going to keep my bets on. A lot of people will turn them off and play it that way, but I want them in play. I'll get the odds back up there. So as you can see, we're almost back to even overall, but obviously these are contracts, so we can't take them down. Another point, lovely. Another $115 there. So what we want to see is we want to see the rack over $1,500. Out on the 5, and we got paid. Beautiful. And so because we got paid, those bets came down. We want to re-establish that third point. Get the odds on here. Well, let's just have a look where we're at. So if we were to bring these ones down, these two obviously have to stay. And look, all of a sudden, so I didn't take too many rolls, just one decent roll, and we're back into positive numbers. But obviously, once I put these all back up, we are still slightly down. So if a 7 comes now, then that is all for nothing. There out of the 4, so we've got our 3 points again, and obviously getting even more in the red, but one more hit now and we'll be positive regardless of what happens. Good thing we got that point up there, because a 3 would have been a loser. 8, there we go. We got paid. Bit comes down. Now you can see we are in the positive, even if we get that $75 in odds up there. And a 7 comes, we're up a whopping $24. So started out pretty tough. From what I can see with this strategy, you do need a pretty robust bankroll. You need quite a lot of money above what you're putting out there. Because, yeah, very quickly, we were only 3 rolls in and I'd already lost a third of my bankroll. We did bring it back. We're up 786 on this shooter. But we very easily could have gone the other way and been out very quickly. And there's a 7. All gone. But we are up $24 overall, so we're back in the green, at least until I put this bet back out. And there we go, take another $25. And we're out on the 10. Okay, load up these odds. We'll get the come bet out there. Establish these points. Out on the 4, we're on the outside, which isn't the worst thing. 10's the most popular number. 4's hit a couple times, so if that keeps up, we should be able to cash in. Oh, 3, so that's the loser. 2 and a 3 lose on the come. 7 and 11 are winners, so we lose that $25 we won back there. And there we go, we hit the point. Lovely. Let's get these odds in here. Let's turn those back on. 12 craps, so we lose a pass line. 2, 3, and 12 is a loser, but only $25 because we weren't able to play odds while the puck is off, so that was lucky for us. That's the case, and obviously once the puck is on, the 2, 3, and 11, oh, sorry, 2, 3, and 12 don't affect the pass line anymore. Okay, let's see if we can get a couple more hits. As you can see, very quickly you go back down again with a couple losses, so it's a very up and down system. And unfortunately for us, we're on these outside numbers, although we do have the 8 as the point, so that's okay. 314, lovely. It's 175 win for us. Let's establish that third point again. And if you want to, you can play more come bets. There's no limit to, I could put another bet in here if I wanted to and just keep going round and round. But obviously this strategy is called 3-point molly. So we're playing 3 points. Let's go again. Out on the 8. Get our come bet in place. Get our odds in place. Seems to be saying 75 now, not 76. Oh, but this one's saying 76. If you know why that is the case, feel free to comment below. Educate us all. And our third point there on the 9. So we've got the 5, the 8, and the 9. There's the 5 getting paid. We like to see that. Re-establish that third point. 9 getting paid again because we're already out. This one stays down here and we want to re-establish a point. We're going to lose there, but we win down the bottom. Had a couple of wins. I think we started at 1649 and we're 1659, so we had like $3 on that, $2 on that overall. That shooter. Okay, let's go. So now we're just hovering around our bankroll. Out on the 8. Those odds up. One more come bet, and we're out on the 4. And I guess the downside to this strategy is you are needing decently long rolls to make that money. You can't take these bets down after a few, so you do have to wait until the point is over. That's obviously a downside. You are going to eventually lose this $75. But let's see if we can get a decent roll, get some positives, and get a nice little bit of profit going here. Snake eyes. Doesn't help us, doesn't hurt us. Come on, let's get some numbers. Nope, we're not going to. And so as you can see, we were up $50. Now we're down $150. So it can turn very quickly, especially if you're playing in these bigger denominations. 12 craps, it's a loser for us. But obviously you can play at lower denominations if you want to. You can play this one on bubble craps. So you can play very low limits. Just play whatever you're comfortable with and whatever your bankroll allows you to play. 11, that makes up for the 12 that we lost earlier. Hard 10 on the outside there. Load that one up and get one more point. Another winner there. We will take those little ones. Every little bit helps. And 8, easy 8. And we've got our 3 points. Five, 4, 9, right in the middle. And 7 out. Okay, now we're back to, I think, where we were, our lowest point before we came back last time. So very up and down today, but I think it's been a good show of how the system works, the highs and the lows, the ups and the downs. And it's a nice, easy system to play, easy to keep track of. Oh, I should have put another point down. Lucky I didn't, because that would have been a loser. Sometimes your mistakes can pay off. There's a 7. Okay, and as you can see, 8.99. We are on our way down. On our final shooter now, the chances of us being a winner on this one have very much dwindled. We will have to get a very good roll here. But this is looking eerily similar to the last roll. If a 3 comes out now, history is repeating. Nope, 10. So got our points established on the outside. And let's see if we can actually get something going. If we can get, 5 or so hits, that will get us right back in it. So we just need one last decent roll. 10, there we go, there's one. take that, 175. Gives us a few more of those. Add on the 8. Nice, we got one of these inside numbers covered now. Load that one up. 6, we want the other side. 8 or a 9 would be nice. Repeat a 6. Yo, 11. Let's go. Let's get some numbers. Let's get a 4. No, 7. Taking it away. Okay, so I think we will call that one there. As you can see, we got beat down. We lost about half our bankroll. We started with 1,500 down to 773. We were up at one point, but it just wasn't to be today. But that was a strategy known as 3-point molly. And the way the system works is you're looking to establish 3 points. Start with the pass line. Once the puck is established on a point, one combat onto a point, second combat onto another number, and then you've got your 3 points. You don't have to, but if you do want to, you can play odds on there as well. It's up to you. That's what we did. We played maximum odds. You can play at any level you want. And that's probably why we got such a beat down. It's because we had so much money out there. We had $300 in bets each time with a $1,500 bankroll. That's only 5. Normal recommendation is to have at least 10 times your bet as a bankroll. So we really need to double with what we were starting with. But good little system, classic system. I believe a lot of people recommend it. And it's just, as always, pretty much comes down to the roll of the dice. Wasn't on our side today, so we didn't come out on top. But we were up at 1 point, so you can always choose to call it a day there and head on home. But we were playing with imaginary money, and testing out a system, so we didn't want to. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Catch you later.